evening and welcome to the 2024-25 report to the public. I am Sarah Alexander, the Superintendent of Bergman Schools. I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Regina Chisholm, Board Member, Mr. Mitchell Archer, Board Member, Mr. Jason King, Board President, Mr. Jason Ponder, Vice President, and Mr. Dale Anderson, Board Member. We'd like to welcome everyone to our very first live streaming of our report to the public. Forgive us if we make a mistake. Tonight we'd like to talk to you about some general things that have to do with our school district, tell you a little bit about Bergman. Hopefully you'll find it good news and pleasing news, and if you're wondering if Bergman is the place for you, hopefully you'll choose us. In the way of general district demographics, the Bergman School District is a K-12 campus. We have 1,039 students today. We're configured as a K-4 elementary, a 5-8 middle school, and a 9-12 high school. There are 92 certified teachers and administrators, plus another 77 classified support staff that work very hard to operate this school each day. The student-teacher ratio for our district is about 12 to 1. The average number of years of teaching experience for our staff is 15 years. 29.3% of our current teaching force has over 21 years of educational service. So as I look out in the crowd and I see a few potential teachers for the future, we have a few that might be going home soon. Our free and reduced lunch rate is down to 58.6% from 62% a year ago. Demographically, we're 92.7% Caucasian, 3.9% Hispanic Latino, 1.9% other races, and another 1.5% of our student body is 2 or more races. Approximately 21% of our students who attend Bergman are here from legal transfers or from school choice. Those kids don't live in our district. Their parents have chosen Bergman, and hopefully the information that we share with you this evening will help explain why they've made that choice. Safety is one of the overreaching goals for our district and districts all over the United States. We continue to try to be improving our safety for everyone on our campus. The biggest step forward in this effort this year was to train another 3 employees to be certified school safety officers this summer. Getting them trained and certified has allowed us to increase the amount of people on campus who could respond immediately if we were ever in an active shooter situation. Federal funds earmarked for safety were utilized for this project. The preschool playground has been moved away from Highway 7 and closer to their classrooms. This has made it quicker for them to transition back inside if necessary and remove them from the path of random walkers on the highway and better protected them from possible car accidents in the driveway. Professional development on the Safe Schools topics has and will continue to be a focus for our employees this year. Lockdown drills, an active shooter drill, Narcan training, fire and emergency weather drills have all taken place so far. We will continue to train for the events that we pray never happen here. Teachers have been directed this year to teach with their classroom doors locked in order to help prevent unwelcome people from entering. Cell phone service in the elementary school has been improved and will allow us to have better two-way communications in emergency situations. Our campus, like many others, was not built in a time when safety was a major concern. However, it will be at the top of our list for concerns for the unforeseeable future. Yearly improvement is our goal. I'd like to talk to you just a little bit about our operating budget for this current year. We're operating on a total budget of $9,940,602. That excludes federal funds and categorical funds and food service funds. For salary and benefits, they make up 81% of that number at $8,032. $8,032,529. For our utilities, we pay $426,026. Our fleet and property insurance is $220,229. Our bond payment is $171,000. We paid $101,500 for a bus. All other supplies that we need to educate kids, whether it's tires for the buses, supplies for the custodians, school supplies for every kid that goes to school here, supplies that the teachers need to help teach, total $989,318, which sounds like a whole lot of money, but when you consider that it's only 10% of our operating budget, it's really not that much. The principals are going to come at this time to present their academic reports. Miss Amy Curtis is our high school principal. Mr. Jason Keys is the middle school principal. Miss Debbie Atkinson is our elementary principal.
Hello, my name is Amy Curtis, and I'm the high school principal here at Bergman. And we would like to start off by talking about our mission and vision for our school. Our mission for our entire school district is educating students today for success tomorrow. And that means any success that our students might have. Our vision is committing to inspiring students to meet their full potential in order to conquer challenges for today and for the future. Our head count is broken down above. Elementary has 413 students, K4. Middle school is at 331, and high school is at 297. Our academic needs that for high school, we have 5 points laid out. Number 1 is our reading comprehension, where we are focused this year on our nonfiction texts. We feel that we have data to support that we are doing really well with our fiction, and we are practicing our active reading skills with our nonfiction. We also have a highly quality instructional material in place. In mathematics, one of our academic needs is our math fluency, as we're talking about whether it's the simple operations of addition, subtraction, multiplying, and dividing, but also things like distributing numbers as we are learning to graph. We have interventions built into the day for our core classes that we are rotating students in and out, so that they can have that 30 minutes or 45 minutes of extra time for interventions during the week with our highly qualified teachers. This year, new in our curriculum, we have purchased a new biology book that we are getting used to and that we are slowly seeing results. It's more of a holistic approach rather than individual chapters on maybe cells and bacteria, and it's talking about the whole holistic piece of learning biology. We were also awarded a high-impact tutoring grant in high school for On to College, where students can have free prep for ACT scores, so they can help raise those scores.
So in middle school, some of our focuses here are reading and comprehension. We know that kids in the summertime go through a slump, the summer slump of reading and comprehension. So we're working to increase student reading achievement and comprehension. Reading and AR point incentives, we have those 5th and 6th grade. They get so many points. They get to tie the principal. I guess I'm excited about that. I got a few waiting in line to do that, so we're working on that. In math, fact fluency is something that we're striving to work for in 5th and 6th grade for sure. Looking to increase that. We are currently looking into a math HQIM, high quality instruction material. In science, we are and math too. We are looking into both of those. We're kind of holding back a little bit on science because science is there's not just a whole lot on the list yet, but we're looking into those to do that. We're working with the Bailey Education Group to help us determine what would meet the best needs for our kids. Interventions, we are placing kids in intervention groups based on our STAR screener data and our IXL screener. They go through, take a few little tests, and it will give them their score, the data that we need. And student groups based off performance on that, we're trying to place kids in like groups so that way they can they will be with students who are close to being on their level. That way the teacher knows what to teach, what level to teach to in order to bring them up to where they need to be.
In elementary school, we have focused this year, we picked our 3 main academic needs or areas we want to work on. We want to maximize growth for every student in literacy and in math. And that is our low students all the way to our highest achieving students. Showing growth is, we would love for every student to say every student is on grade level, but that unfortunately is not the case. We get students, we have over 50 new students this year, and they've come to us from various places. And when you're in different schools, sometimes you're just at different levels. And so we have students that are a little farther behind and students that are where they need to be. So our focus is to grow them as much as we can. To grow a high achieving student is very difficult. So that has been our focus, to try to put things in place that will reach, help those students reach their full potential above and beyond where they already are. To do that, we do have intervention time in place every day, 30 minutes for every grade level. The intervention is for the students struggling with the skills, and we also have extension activities for students who have mastered that skill and to take them farther and take them higher. We have uninterrupted time in our schedule every day so that we guarantee that every student is getting the core curriculum and getting what they, the instruction that we have said that they have to have that mastered before they will be successful the next school year. I'm sorry, I can't remember what else I put. We also created a student intervention team that is being very diligent, meeting every week, looking at student needs, looking at data, making sure students, if they are struggling, what we're doing, and if we've made a plan for a student, we're staying on top of that. We're making sure that they are showing growth in what they're doing. So we're doing that in both literacy and math. And then we also, in science, we do not have a high-quality instructional material curriculum, which is one thing the state has asked us to do. So this year we are going to, there's only one approved for the state of Arkansas for kindergarten through 4th grade. So we are going to get samples of that and have teachers look at it, and then we will make a presentation to the school board if we feel like that would benefit our students. So.
As an admin team, Ms. A and the 3 principals, we've all attended through the Bailey Group this Communities of Practice, and they have been talking to us about our progress monitoring, and they've had 3 points that we've really focused in on the last year and a half. The first one is to help us identify the learning loss, to analyze data, and create responsive instructional strategies, which you've heard in the past few slides. To really utilize our HQIM, that we're all striving to have those high quality materials for our teachers to be able to pick up and to use, and then also to utilize data to drive all of our instructional decisions so that we know where we're going and where we have been. As a group last year, the 3 of us working with the Bailey Group had developed instructional goals for all K-12 teachers. So it's our goal to have all of these things in every single classroom. Number 1 would be grade level teaching, making sure the standards are rigorous and that they are appropriate and on grade level, that students are engaged bell to bell or time to time for whatever's allotted for that instructional time. That we want to be able to see engagement evidence when we're in the classroom, that students are on task, that they're with an activity. We don't want to see cell phones, and we want active participation with reading, writing, and talking among students and with the teacher. We want the HQIM to be used as intended if it's available. Not every subject area has been identified with the HQIM from our State Department. And then, of course, to use that data to inform all of our instruction. We want students to access core instruction. And scheduling is a large part of our job every day to make sure our students and teachers have that time. We also want to make sure that our student-friendly objectives are posted on the board or somewhere in the classroom every day, so when students walk in, they know what the goal of the lesson or the activities. I'll go ahead and with student advancement, talking about the high school by numbers. So I have 20 students in AP classes. 28 students are in a CASE animal science, which is similar to an AP Agri class. 37 students are in an advanced English for grades 9 and 10. I have 13 students in tech courses at the college and 61 students in high school, mainly grades 10 through 12, taking college courses through NAC. For my seniors, 48% of my seniors are engaged at some level with North Arkansas College Technical or the North Campus. And you can see that 17% are at the Technical Center and 41% are at the other campus. Our kids are involved. They're involved in every sport imaginable, every activity imaginable. And I had asked my teachers today if they could give me numbers to show that where our students are. Our largest club right now is sitting at 74 with FFA, FBLA not far behind with 59. And you can tell there's a plethora of activities for our kids to be involved so they can stay engaged as they're moving through their high school career. We have blue and gold parades, which actually happens to be tomorrow, blue and gold pep rallies. We have reading buddies where my high school speech classes go down to the elementary school to read to classes. We have dress-up days for the entire school. Feels like it's almost the entire month of October, but we'll go for it. We have lots of FFA activities with students for the elementary where they go to work for elementary. We have intramural days in high school on Wednesdays in the gym. On our introductory day, or our first day of school, we have rotations in grades 9 through 12, so they're up and moving all day. We are very proud that we have a Patriots Day and a Veterans Day assembly where we are honoring our country and remembering all of those who have went before us. We hold a student government election day in May. We also love rewarding our kids. We have lots of reward days. We go on a hike, we take them bowling, and then we have a special trip after third quarter. We invite our 8th graders up to have a freshman orientation in high school. It's usually in April, and our clubs and organizations get a great opportunity to showcase what they do. We also take every kid on a college tour. If you're here in freshman, we take you to ASU MH. Sophomores go to Arkansas Tech. Juniors go to the U of A. Seniors go to UCA, and then anyone in 11-12 who's interested in a technical career, we also take them to Ozarks Technical Center.
Middle school has, similar to what high school has, a few things that have come about in the last year or so is the FFA teachers had met with me and talked about having a middle school FFA chapter, sort of. They thought sometimes the middle school kids had good ideas, but were too afraid to share them when all the high schoolers were in there. And so they asked me about having a middle school starter chapter, I think. I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but starter chapter where they had elected their own officers, did their own things, had their own fun times, and we've done that. And it's really, I believe, helped out with that as they move on into 9th grade. Some of the other things we do, middle school messenger is a big thing. The kids write the paper. I know high school does a thing like that, but they write the newsletter, they report the stories, they do all that. Everything in it is student created. It's not a teacher saying, oh, here's your stuff, put it in it, put your name on it. It's student created. We have book club, Bible club, morning praise and worship, archery, trap, art club, chess, Special Olympics, is actually another one that I think high school may have a few going and elementary may have one or two going. They're actually going tomorrow to do their regional bowling. Lots of kids excited about that. If you ever get a chance to go just observe that, that would be a good thing for you to observe, because they are so excited about that. In middle school, one of the things that it's the first year that they can really participate in is trap shooting, and we have several kids that really get involved in that. Book club, one thing about that, they read a book together, they do a dress up, have a tea party, have a lunch together, things that come from the book, they do that, they fit the part for that, so they enjoy that as well.
So in elementary, we have several things going on all the time. The only actual sport that is available in elementary is for our fourth graders, and they get to participate in archery, and they love that. We have grade level programs every grade. It's a real production. If you've not ever seen one, they're very much worth it. We have one that's fixing to present the Arkansas Traveler program here in just a little bit, and then we do a veterans program, and every grade does that. They're very, very good. Our students also get to participate in the 4-H, FFA, the fair. They go to the district fair, state. They were at last week, and so we have several students that do that. We do a color run every year. We used to do a turkey trot, and then we changed it to a color run. We do lots of reading activities, lots of things. We have a county extension comes and does activities with our students. We have an art show that's amazing. Several of our board members actually got to see that last year, and it's very good. Our students get to participate. We do several coding activities. I know coding is bigger and required when they get older, but the elementary students, Mrs. Magda Frost, she has started that with our students. They get to participate in chess competitions, quiz bowl. We love getting to go to the pep rallies in the gym when we're invited, which we're always invited. I know we're always welcome, but we don't always go. Spirit Weeks, this week's a great week. Blue and Gold tomorrow night. Everybody's excited about that. We do a career day. We do breakfast with Santa. We do a fall festival. That's this weekend. Special Olympics, field trips. We do family fun nights. So lots of things that our students can participate in, our families, and just have a lot of fun. Oh, and I did want to share this. This is something new this year that is it's really amazing. It's called Life 360. It's a community service. Someone reached out to us last year, and it was about a snack program that is free. And we're like, you're kind of skeptical, and you're like, okay, what is it, and what do we have to do, and how does it go? But it's amazing. They bring every day. It's through a partnership with the Department of Agriculture, and they bring meals, basically meals, to our students every day. It includes a fruit, a vegetable, whole grain, milk, a meat or a meat alternative, and they bring it at the end of the day. They bring them packed up in bags. Each student has a bag. The totes are set outside the teacher's door. The teachers pass them out. The people come back, pick up the totes. The next day they come and bring it again. And we just started it this week, and it's been pretty awesome. The stuff. Brooklyn, do you like the snacks? The snack bag? Yeah, it's free. So we're really pleased and excited about that, because by 2:30 our kids are pretty hungry. Some of them have gone to breakfast at 10:50 in the morning, and so before they get on the bus, they're all having the chance to get their bellies full and have a good snack. If they don't eat it, the only thing is they can't take it home that day. Like they can eat what they want, but then it has to stay at school. Then the next day they can eat it for another snack. Like that morning they can eat it, take it to recess, eat it, or they can take it home with them the next day. But that's just one of the regulations with this grant. So, but we're excited about it.
We do like to celebrate around here. We have lots of things to celebrate. We utilize our celebration with our parents during family and parent nights, and as you heard, we invite parents in all the time to our schools. At the beginning of all of our PLC meetings, which are once a week with our staff and our teachers, we begin by celebrating student learning needs and what we've accomplished over the previous week. All of our admin team meetings, when we meet, we offer celebrations that we want to talk about how all the wonderful things that are happening in our schools. We have lots of teacher and staff appreciation days, and then we also celebrate our summative test data as often as we can. This year we're waiting on those numbers to celebrate, but it should be a few more days from now.
Okay, so I am also the federal coordinator for our district, and one of the requirements is that we share the funding that we get from the federal government for our title programs. And for Title I, you can see we received $206,732.28. And you can see we use that, the majority of that money goes to pay salaries and benefits for 4 paraprofessionals and an instructional facilitator. It also pays a stipend for me and for me to travel to the professional development that's required for federal coordinators. We purchase K-12, we purchase materials and supplies for students that are considered homeless. That is another requirement, is that we identify those students who qualify, and so we have funds that we can help them with numerous things if needed. We buy books for classroom libraries, supplies to supplement our core curriculum. We have to use district funds to purchase things that's required, and then anything above and beyond that we can use Title I money to purchase those materials. We buy a lot of Chromebooks, K through 12, with this money, and then there's also a small part of it that we use to buy supplies for family and community engagement activities that we do. The next fund is Title IIA, and we receive $35,295.44. And this money is strictly for professional development for our staff, our classified staff. And we can pay their dues, we pay fees, we pay travel costs, and we make sure that the professional development that they attend is high quality, it's job embedded, which means it relates to their job, that they can go to this PD, they come back to work, and it's something that they can use. And I know we encourage them to share, like if we can only send 2 people to something, they come back and they share it with everyone so that everyone is getting the benefit of that training. And the last one, we get Title IV money, it's called, $14,992.63. This is the funding, it's safety money. We've used it in the past to add security cameras around, in elementary was where we did. We've also used it to put safety film on windows. And then this year we're using it to pay the professional development for those CCSOs to go to their additional trainings that are required for them. And we can't use the other PD money because it's not a academic certified PD. So that is all that I have.
So I would like to take this opportunity to thank my principals for all that they do for our kids and for our teachers and for our support staff. I see you working very long hours. I see you at extracurricular events. I see you struggling when your kids struggle. And I know that you love our kids and you love our staff. And I thank you. I'd like to thank Mr. Brian Curtis for helping us this evening with the live stream. If you were unable to see it tonight during this time slot, we're going to post it, I believe, on the website. It's part of our requirement to have that posted. And would like to thank everybody for watching, everybody that's come to attend. Your continued support for our school is one of the great secrets to our success. Thank you very much.